Today is August 5th. I have my G3 here. I bought my Romeo5 6-hour red dot. Put it at the rearmost that I could with the slot. So the screw that clamps down here is what divides the Picatinis. So I put it to the rearmost as best I can with the sight or with the height that came with it. And as you can see, it's the absolute or third or whatever, the higher one, not the lower mount. And with the higher mount with the hollow through it, since it's hollow through the base, I can use my iron sights and the red dot depending on where I put my head on the stock. With the red dot, I got like right there center of the red dot, so I got like a chin weld. With the iron sights, if I mush my cheek up against the actual stock, I got a mushy cheek weld, like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to like describe like intelligently. You just gotta kind of do it. Excuse me if my phone falls off. I'm gonna be firing and sighting in this red dot. I'm shooting, stupid card. I'm shooting 40 rounds of this. That's all I've got today to sight in. This is the first time I've shot this S&B stuff. It's full metal jacket, 147 grain, 2908 feet per second, I believe. It's M80 ball imitation by S&B. Has a NATO cross on it. It says S and B 762 by 51 20. So it's crimped and it's got a red sealant on it. So I got one round in my magazine, and I haven't cleaned this since the last time I shot it with the shot timer, that last video. So I did my Hornady ballistics calculator, kind of a rough thing. I put my sight, I got notes on the back of this target. Well, because that's the only paper I had to write on. I should have brought a notepad. I did my ballistics calculator for today's conditions. It's sunny with no wind, a gust of like 10 mile an hour wind, and then it'll knock the wind off, or at least at the shooting position. I'm only shooting 25 meters today because I'm running my ballistics calculations, and it's not exactly 25 meters. It's like 25.1. From back here, it's 26 meters from this optical lens to my target, shooting this exact target, but down posted there, and it's a -6 degree incline on a shot. I'm going to aim right as best I can in the center of this red. And this calculator is telling me that I have to, I'm still at the gun range. It's open day today, obviously. And I'm the only one here right now. So if you see me doing weird shit, this is because people are starting to come in and interact with me. I can't control this range. I don't want to. But it's showing, since I inputted the height over bore, because the height over bore, what I guesstimated and kind of measured with the ruler the other night, with the iron sights to the bore is about 2 inches, 2 1/8 or so. So I just put that as 2 inches on the calculator, close enough, and I'll prove it out at range once I actually get it kind of zeroed in. What I did so far is I put it at 3 on the iron sights, aimed at a leftover target that's got a man-sized silhouette for the M16 stuff, you know, with all the adjustments in there. I aimed at the bottom of them, put my red dot over there, and then brought the red dot, lollipopped it type shit, you know. Did like one of these, sighted it in there on the irons, looked up, and then kind of brought my sight somewhere close to that sight, because that should be about right. And I haven't shot it yet, but I'll prove it. So since I put in, like I was saying, since I put in my height over bore at 3.2 inches on the calculator, and then I put in 150 grain Hornady, because it's a Hornady app, so I can only use Hornady bullets according to there, or I have to figure out my ballistics coefficients. I just did it the easy way because it's, you know, battle rifle or whatever. I'm not doing like dialing and shit. I'm actually just sighting in. It's telling me, and I can prove it obviously here. It's telling me, since my zero range meters, range is in meters, because that's what I'd like to do. 0 meters, the come up in inches is plus 3.21. At 25 meters, it's plus 0.42. So it's going to, at 25 meters, to be technically zeroed for 300 meters, because that's what I'm after, I have to be about 0.4 to 0.5 inches low to hit my apex correctly. So I'm going to just, actually, that's a good measurement, actually. I forgot. The back of these rounds is about a half an inch. So I could just, bah, and then if the center of the group is about one of these. So basically, I got to be right on or a little bit lower than the red. But yeah, these are 0.452, if I remember correctly, head size. So if I just, like, say my chins is where they're hitting and I just pop, and it's like, you know, you get what I'm saying. Just have it that far down. I'm not good at communicating, just put it at that. I don't do this for a bunch of views. I do this for record, and I do this so I can look back. Most of my views on my fucking YouTube channel is honestly me. So, let me see. One round. 6 minutes so far, babbling. One round at that target there with the stock wet locking wedge, so I won't have any ejection problems. Off my bench here, best I can. Select it to fire. Okay, so I'm seeing that it's off to the left some. So I'm going to try to see which way I got to move it right. It's about even up and down just from lollipopping it. I hopefully can save ammunition by doing that, because I'd like to take it out to 300 and actually see if I can red dot 300 off the bench, which I should be able to. Which way? So for this, for the Romeo 5s, the little caps, it's a bitch. I've already used them. The caps have a nub on the back of it to actually insert into the adjustment and actually turn it with the cap. The cap is actually marked up slash, which is like a slash, not like this, but like this, R, and then it points top left. So the top left type thing, right? Like lefty-loosey on a bolt, 0.5 MOA. So at 25 meters, I'll be approximately 1/4 of an inch movement. Well, no, less than 1/4 inch, because 1/4 inch would be 1 MOA. So then half of 1/4, whatever the fuck. So like an 1/8. God damn it. Fucking ADHD is a bitch, bro. They're centered. These knobs are hard to turn too. Okay, so I gotta turn the back of the wheel up to get it to go right, I believe. Let me check it again, because I'm torquing the top and it's torquing my sights off. Yep, the back of the wheel, so the back of the adjustment has to go towards the sky to get it to move the dot to the right. Because these, when they label them, I don't really take them by their word, because they could either mean the sight itself goes one way or the point of impact goes one way, right? So if the sight goes to the right, the point of impact is going to go left. It's vice versa, because I don't think of it that way. When I think of sighting in, I think of moving the sight to the point of impact, not the point of impact to the sight. Ah, damn it. And the nub jumps out pretty easily. Let's see if that, just crank on it a bit and see if that works. That's about 4 clicks left again. Oh, that's really close. Okay. So I've got the iron sights set in for a 6 o'clock hold, so the iron sights will definitely shoot different, and I'll re-zero or reconfirm my iron sights compared to my red dot when we're done. That should be good for now. All right, let me take this shot. Not very stable today. I am not stable at all. Oh, that didn't kick hard at all. Let's see where that landed. Just with lollipopping it and then shooting a shot, let's go see where that landed here. That didn't kick that hard either. So we'll have to chronograph. We'll have to get some more of that stuff and chronograph it and see what's going on with it, because that Tula ammo kicked harder than that shit did. Oh, it's way off to the right and a little bit low. About the same lowness that I need. So I need to kick my... See that? I was aiming right here and it went 1, 2, 3 inches to the right. So let's kick that sight over to the right of 3 inches or so from the irons and see what that does. Because that also may be zero shift from shooting a different ammunition from being zeroed in. It's quite possible. But that's about as low as I want it, honestly. I'll go look again and after I get her center line in and see how high it's going to work. So anyways, that's just the process you go through to sight in with various things. You kind of guesstimate to get it on paper, take your shot and see how far off you are. Because that was a good enough shot that and it's short enough that it's not going to be kicked off enough for me being a bad shot. Kicked off enough like that just for me, at this short of a distance. Now, if it was, if I'm sighting in and trying to zero in at 400 meters, yeah, I could easily pull it off target. But I didn't pull it off target on this one here, so. That's why we do shit with the ballistics calculators and the shorter ranges, so that way there's less error for mistakes, hopefully. Let's go. So right down, which I proved that was the point of impact, not the sight. Sorry, I don't mean to take up too much of your time. I literally do not know how to edit video at all, so everything's raw off my phone. Let's take a shot there and see what that does. This time I'm just going to pull one from the box and kind of slap her in. Yeah, that works. That's zoomed in here. There's a left to right wind at a pretty good breeze, at least at my back. Centered the best I can. I'm gonna do just one eye open, just so it's just rough. I'm just trying to, I got a new thing I want to sight in type thing. If I want to refine it, I can do that later. I was canted a little bit to the left, but let's go see where that was. My brass got kicked way the fuck somewhere. I was trying to find my piece of brass. I seen it bounce off the structure. I don't know why it's shooting way to the right like that when I lollipopped it. And it may just maybe because how I have that actual thing mounted, like the whole sight could be cocked off one way or something, but we'll figure it out. Okay, yeah, I didn't even hit the fucking pick. No, I might have. Yeah, I did. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here you go. First shot and then the second shot. So I got to move it over back this way a little bit. So, because I over adjusted, not very much either, a couple of clicks. And that's, my finger is about a hold from here to here. That's about 1.25 inches or so, because I'm fat thumbing it. So I need it really, honestly, in this, from this red zone down to this white mark here, I need my shot group to be about right there, and it's a little bit low, so I need to move it over first, and then I start moving it back up a little bit. So, and then I'm gonna shoot a group with my hopefully a 3-shot group, just for confirming with my iron sights to see what the fuck is going on with at least this ammo or my compensator. I'll grab a hold of my compensator and see if it's loose or not, because that still just blew Loctited it in, and it got burnt. Epoxy like microwaved on the end of it because I got the barrel a little bit hot. Oh, hotter than the rating was really for, and it's all charred. It's no longer blue. It's like a brownish burnt bronze. Let's see if that. Yeah, it's not loose, or I can turn it with my hand, but yeah. So, anyways, I know this video is too fucking long, so I'm gonna spare you the details, and I'll just show you the end results on another video.